All right, guys, it's Kyndra and
Papillon. Keep with it.
So we got a very special guest. Okay, look, ladies. This man. As soon as you see him, you know your panties are instantly gonna get like moist. Okay, no, that's a throwback word. Okay, he's tall, dark. And literally handsome. Okay, he's got nice long dreads. Okay, he looks better than your child's father. Okay, everything. So
You gotta get on their daddy like that. Both their daddy listen to
So he plays basketball. He drives a Ferrari. He makes $100 million a year. Okay, so yes, I put him out there. One of my best friends since middle school, Brandon. Woo!
What's up? Hello. Hi, everybody.
So Brandon, I brought Brandon on because Brandon is really funny. He honestly is, especially when he rants. If he watches trash type of movies, his commentary it gets me. I love it. I really do. And so he's like, "Hey Kyndra, I want to get on the next podcast." I said, "Okay, cool." So he's on the next podcast. So here we are. Brandon, how's it going today?
Oh, life is great. I'm blessed and highly favored because I'm up. I'm alive. I got the breath of life in my body. So
that's right.
It's amazing because there's a lot of people dying right now. Well, there's a lot of people that die every day, but with everything going on,
definitely.
Coronavirus 2020, fuck the government 2020, fuck the government all the year, every year.
Exactly.
For the rest of our lives. So, I'm just glad to be here. It's a great day. I'm in the presence of royalty. I am royalty myself. We got Killer Ken, the HNIC, the Queen.
That's right. Put some respect on the HNIC.
There we go.
I'm in good company, so I'm great.
That's right. Okay, so I did want to, Lance and I, we haven't done a podcast in a little bit over a month, and there was so much that has happened. I wanted to give you guys an update as well as some things. So this happened about 3.5 weeks ago. It was on a Friday night. So between the hours of like 9 to midnight. Now, mind you, I don't live in the best neighborhood. I live in the hood. Like, so it's a gated hood, which really don't mean nothing because people will still find a way to break the gates and try to do whatever they want. I hate that. Like, I really hate that. So for a 3-bedroom, we're paying like $1,200 a month, right? But the pool don't be working half the time. Okay, so I asked them. I said to them, I was like, okay, so when's the pool going to be open? Mind you, this was last year, May 25th, right? May 25th in Georgia, it's already 105 degrees, okay? So I said to them, when is the pool going to be working? Okay, and then they said to me, we'll open it in June. I said, okay, cool. June comes, I don't ask them. In July, I decided, go up there, and the door is locked. I'm like, it's July. What's going on? Okay, so not only that, you have kids from other neighborhoods come and jump their dirty behinds inside that pool, knowing that they got ringworms and everything. Okay, I really don't like that. I think every pool needs to have a shower, like a shower place where you shower before you jump in, like rinse off before you jump in. But of course we don't. So the gates are halfway broke. I think it's just to the point where they're tired of fixing it. So you just have had the gates open for last 3 months now. Okay, so the gates have been open. Not only that, our trash receptacle bin, people from other neighborhoods across the way don't have sanitation, so they bring all of their trash and they dump it in our trash. There should not be a reason why the trash just got emptied on a Monday, right? Why is it by Wednesday it's filled all the way back up? It's overflowing. Okay, it's literally looking like my 600-pound life. It's just rolls everywhere, just everything.
Damn.
Wait.
Damn. I
600-pound life. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me.
I got so much to say already. Oh my
Wait. So, what? No, I'll pause. Brandon, let it out. Please let it out. Go ahead. Don't hold it in. Go ahead and say what you gotta say.
No, I hate to derail the story, but if I can, just for a second.
Go ahead.
First of all, people, we all gotta, in gated communities, all give false sense of security. You're paying extra money for no real extra protection.
You are.
It slows you down. And then guess what? A lot of times these companies won't fix the gates after they break them because it's so expensive to keep fixing them. But you, the person that lives there, end up having to pay the extra money for the damn gates anyway. So if you can avoid the extra money for a gate card or a gated community, I highly implore you, because Black people are systemically and marginally paid less on purpose.
Go ahead with the SAT words.
All this money, we gotta pay all this money for some extra shit that's not gonna help us at all. That's first of all. Second, I feel so bad for your community members across the way that don't even have sanitation in place. That's hate in its purest form. That is a basic necessity that every human being on this earth in this day and age needs. Is some type of sanitation in place. You can tell me the people in the neighborhood nearby, across the street, wherever the hell, don't have that in place, so they gotta come and impose their shit on you? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That is unlawful. That is unlawful. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, sanitation isn't that expensive. I looked it up. It's like $50 a month. I mean,
precisely.
So you can spend that much amount of money for a 3-5. Why can't you spend it for sanitation? Hello, priorities. So
talk about it.
Well, I mean, technically a 3-5 is a Black priority. That's something that's a priority for Black people.
They keep us sane, but that's the problem. We don't know enough ways to like keep us centered and peaceful with all the shit that be going on that we endure on a day-to-day basis. So, but that's okay, because I feel like we don't like access to our ancestors. So that's okay, Black people. Y'all continue to smoke y'all.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
Burn that ganja. But I'm sorry. Please continue.
But yeah. So you have you had those issues and everything. You sometimes, then on top of that, you got kids. I mean, I learned a long time ago. You got kids in the neighborhood who end up asking, like, they'll see our trash outside of our door. They'll come knock on our door. Hey, can we take your trash out for $1? Right? I say, okay, take the trash out. They come back 2 minutes later. Can I have my $1? Where's the trash? You know how far it takes you? Literally, I count. It takes you literally 8 minutes to walk up there to the trash can, throw it away. You come back 2 minutes later. Where'd you put the trash? You threw it behind the apartments, not in the trash bin, behind the apartments. Okay, because I mean, come on now. I mean, like they really are. They learn early. There was this kid. I remember there's this kid. He's in elementary school. He probably is about 7. So he would always see me. So, hey, I remember you. Forgot what his name is. He'll say, he forgot what my name is. So we'll literally chop it up for like a couple minutes, right? And he's like, hey, can I get $1? I said, how about you go get a job? He's like, my job is asking you for $1. Can I get one?
Hell no.
I love him.
Oh, dude, that's that. Ooh, go ahead on.
I like that little kid.
That's sarcastic early, boy.
I like that little kid, man.
Yeah.
So he's all right with me. I still never gave him $1. But anyway, so with that being said, so yeah, like I said, you have the trash behind the in the woods, like that is directly behind us. And mind you, I live on the top level, the second story level. Now, if I was to live on the bottom story level, and I have a cat, right? Cats like to go outside. Sometimes Tony just likes to just chill on the porch. So what happens if a wild coyote, if Tony's just outside chilling in broad daylight, and the wild coyote comes out of nowhere and eats Tony? I'm over here looking for Tony. I'm like, dang, Tony ain't, I ain't seen Tony in about a couple weeks. The coyote done ate Tony. That's what I'm talking about. These people don't care. These people don't care. But let me tell you what. Let me tell you what happened. So my mom's car got stolen, right? Not like actually. All right, guys. Sorry, my coon ass brother had called, interrupting greatness. But no, so it got stolen out of the lot, and they actually found out who did it, which was this guy who's in his black dude in his early 30s, looking like he's 50. So his black cracked early on.
Because good black doesn't crack. Bad black though.
You out there on a crime of thievery. Thievery spree. That's what you do. So anyway, he ends up. He actually was a murderer. He was like on the run. He had a shootout with the police. It was by the airport. Like, it literally was just crazy. So he's alive still. My mom's pressing charges. I mean, I guess that's why he's still alive, so my mom can press charges. But anyway, so. So with all that being said, I pretty much, like I said, I was at peace about it. So the next day, so my car was parked. I didn't realize where my mom's car was parked, but my car was parked 2 spaces away from where my mom's car was stolen. And it was these 3 teenage boys, who were like hovering around my car, but my brother knew 1 or 2 out of the 3 members. He didn't really know who the third dude was. So he ended up saying to them, he's like, hey man, can you guys, back off my sister's car? She's going to come out here thinking like, who are you guys and what are you doing? 2 out of the 3 had respectfully moved. Third boy, which, he's the youngest boy, had to be about 14, didn't want to move. And so when my brother did, he decided to have fire. He had like fire in his eyes. And my mom, like, she heard God say to her, go ahead and stop him because he's going to do something heinous. So she tries to stop him, and he's out there going off saying at 9:00 on a Friday night or Saturday night, I know you guys took my mama's car, back up, going off on them. And I was like, so what was the whole point of that? He said to me, basically, he was upset with he basically felt like it was a respect thing. Like, if you're not going to move from this car, I'm going to make you move. I'm like, but why are you trying to catch penitentiary chances? Because a person didn't decide to move. Like, you can easily call the police. But what happens is black people will make fun of you for not, for doing the right thing, quote unquote. Like you don't have to always act out everything in violence. You don't have to do that. You can easily, it's nothing wrong with calling the police. Like, unless you don't mind going to jail, that's on you. But
One second. Hello? Yes? Chalk. Keep going.
Okay. So it's like, unless you don't mind going to jail, that's on you. But at the same time, like, it's okay to be a law-abiding citizen. Well, actually, hold on. Let me take that back. It's not just black people. Any lower class race of any type of ethnicity, they all do the same. Like, whatever it might be. So, like I said, he literally was he didn't care. He's like, it's the principle of the matter. They gon' respect me. What would you do? I'm like, I don't fight unless I feel the need to fight. But then again, we live in a day and age where people feel the need to jump you. They will shoot you. It's not that serious. It's okay. If you get your car stolen, you get your car stolen. Have you guys ever had something very valuable stolen from you? Like, can you give our listeners a story where something valuable was really like stolen from you that you remember and you know who did it or so?
Yeah.
Okay, so
you want to go ahead?
Yeah, one of y'all can go ahead first.
You go ahead because you're the new guest, so I'll let you go ahead first.
Blessings, King. I appreciate that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that, beautiful people? That right there is how black people should get along with black people.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's
cool.
right.
I don't think that's in our nature, though. That's a problem.
Thank you. Y'all, this is a blessed moment right here. Thank you. All right, so I come from Miami-Dade County 305.
305.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So with that, definitely some interesting characters in the hood that I came up in. I remember I had this friend, Malcolm Buckley.
Oh,
And
said the full name. Okay, Malcolm.
yeah, oh yeah, I remember Malcolm. And one day, his cousin Greg had came to visit, and Greg was pretty cool too, tall dude, and we was hanging out, man. We was running around the neighborhood. I used to be a little hood nigga in the streets. That's what I was doing. That's how I like to have fun back then, before mother refined me and made me the upstanding young king that I am today.
That's right.
But back when I was still a little hood nigga running the streets, we was hanging out, running around doing whatever the fuck we was doing, hood rat shit. And some of Greg's friends ended up coming to join the party. Now, mind you, I was the youngest in this group, so still a little naive or whatever. We all came to my house to get some Kool-Aid because I made some fire Kool-Aid. And while we was there, Greg was scoping out the place, specifically my room. Now,
okay.
I was a pretty good kid. I really didn't get into too much like shit. I didn't get caught anyway. And I had like video games. Video games was my escape. That was my little way out. So I had a Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, GameCube.
He brought it
back.
Just had
some nice little stuff.
Yeah, true.
Mama made sure that I earned it. All right, that's super important. My mom made sure I earned it in my grades and in my chores. If I wasn't handling that, I wasn't getting nothing. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? I learned the value of working hard for stuff. So I worked hard for that stuff. Anyway, about a week after they came into my crib, I come home on a Friday. Friday, y'all. Imagine that. You in like 3rd grade.
Oh, this is 3rd grade. I was gonna ask you what grade was this? Okay, 3rd grade.
Yeah, like I was young, man. You in the 3rd grade. It's the weekend. Finish all your homework at school. You trying to come home and play the game and chill with the homies, eat some snacks and drink some Kool-Aid, man. You know what I'm saying? And I come home and my GameCube is not in my room. Man, I'm confused. I'm like, so I call my mama. I get on the house phone. I dial her up. Boop, boop, boop. Mom. She said, hey, boo. I'm like, Mom, did I do something wrong? She's like, no, what are you talking about? I said, why you take my GameCube? Where is it? And she said, I take your GameCube. What you talking about? And sure enough, she got home and she was like, oh my God, did somebody break in and steal it? And sure enough, that's what happened. So the GameCube was the first thing to go. The next week, my Game Boy Advance and my Game Boy Color were missing.
Wait. Did y'all not have Homeland Security?
Listen, these were old times, all right?
Oh, that's right, because you were born you were born in 1970.
That's valuable because I've never had one in my life. I never could afford one anyway.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. I still got mine. After my mom replaced the GameCube, I actually still have that one. But this went over the course of 3 weeks where the dude broke in and stole a lot of my valuable items, and then he turned around and stole my mama perfume, dog. Like, what are you doing? Oh my
gosh! So wait, so did you guys actually finally catch him in the act?
Yo, this story is so funny, dog. So, my mom, she was working for Jackson Memorial Hospital at the time. I was still in school. And my grandma, she was an in-house hospice nurse. So that particular Friday that he got caught, she came home early. And as she walking through the front door, the way the house that I grew up in is set up at, you walk in the front door, you're immediately like in the living area. If you look over to the left, is my room, literally diagonally across. And I kept the door open. I'm a kid. I'm gonna keep the door open. So grandma walking in, and this nigga is literally jumping through the window at the same time.
Oh my God, I can imagine.
He's breaking in at the same time that grandma is walking through the front door. Amazing. Now, here's the thing. My grandma Joyce, she ain't no hoe. She ain't no punk. That's a tough woman.
Have I met her before?
Yeah, of course you met Joyce. You know who Joyce is?
Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Mama.
Yeah, okay, got it. I didn't look. I'm sorry, I forgot what her. Okay, go ahead.
So Grandma Grams is what I call
her.
Grams.
Yes,
She's looking, and she's like, "Hey, what the hell y'all doing at my grandson's room?" Jamaican, we Jamaican. And the dude, idiot ass, he's like, I'm trying to catch the bus. And she's like, in my grandson's bedroom? And she get mad. Now, Grandma, she went and she pulled a machete out.
Whoa!
And she called the police and she kept them there. And as soon as I'm walking home from school, because I live right around the corner from school. I was like 2 blocks away from school, some shit like that.
That's cool.
As I'm walking up to the house with my boy Courtney, the boy sitting in the backseat of the police car already. So grandma kept this young man at bay, fearful for his life that she was going to chop him in half, until the police came and took his raggedy ass to jail. Now, mind you, he sold everything. He pawned everything just to get some money.
Well, I got a question. How old was this boy? Because I'm thinking he's the same age as you, but he sounded like he was older.
No, yeah, he was. Remember, I told you I'm the youngest in this group of people I was running around with. So I was.
So he sounded like he must have been like high school, like probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
13, 14, something like that.
Okay, got it.
He was skipping school to jump through my window and steal my stuff.
That's what I was gonna say. Like that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, as far as with locks and everything else. After that, did you guys get Homeland Security, or what would happen after that?
I think ADT became really popular around that time. So that's what we ended up coming up with. I learned how to arm the alarm, turn it off, but I started taking after my grandma. So after we had moved away from Miami, like a couple of years later, I came back to visit grandma during the summer. Man, it was this boy trying to break into my grandma's house, talking about something. He trying to see his girlfriend, and as he was jumping through the window, I was standing right there in the See, now in Florida, you come up in Florida, the den or the sunroom, we call it the Florida room, because Florida's always sunny. So I'm standing in the Florida room at the window that he's trying to break in, and I got the machete and I got a little knife. So I'm ready to like dual wheel rat-a-tat-tat that ass. Okay, I'm ready. And he stopped. Then he didn't even get all the way in the window. He stopped. And he's like, is Lakeisha here? I said, nigga, you know ain't no bitch named Lakeisha here. Get the fuck out my house. LOL. Bro, niggas in Miami is a different breed, man. Different breed. But yes, I'm sorry. That is my story about
that. Did you ever see the boy who like the little older dude? Did you ever see him later in life?
Nope, never did.
That is funny. Okay, Lance, go ahead. Tell what happened when you got something stolen from you.
Okay, so I just want to say first of all, by the way, can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, okay. Everybody, we can hear you.
Okay. So I just want to say, first of all, I'm not sure. I think I already told you about this, Kyndra, but yeah. I'm telling the audience and the new guest today. Another thing I just want to say, please, even the audience, I'm mainly talking to the audience, please don't judge me, because I'm going to admit, before anybody judges anything I say, I was so naive in my high school days. Well, high school days and my first year out of college. In college. Well, not in college yet, but, after high school. But yeah. I was naive, okay? I didn't know anything about the real world yet. I was just fresh, and I was desperate for, a job, etc. So what happened was, okay, now, put it into perspective, just like the previous king that mentioned his age back then, the littlest thing meant a lot to us. So I know that what I lost don't really mean anything, literally, to anybody, especially in the black community at our age. It doesn't mean anything, but back then it was a lot to me due to my experience and my life. So the thing is, my first year out of high school, first year out of high school, I didn't have no money. Literally, I had not 1 cent in my bank account technically. So a penny was like $1 to me if I was in currency with the United States. So I just want to say that, so any little job made sense to me, made a lot. So what happened was, I was working for SafeLink, you know what I'm saying? This little phone company that you...
I know SafeLink. I remember that. Yeah. I remember SafeLink.
Yeah. Back then, the phones that still had the buttons on it, you know what I'm saying? We had to type, one button for 5 times just to type one letter, remember? Those little food stamp phones or whatever.
Food stamp phones?
What happened was, you know what I'm saying? They said, go to a place that, you know what I'm saying, that, you get sales at. Okay. So me personally, I hate asking people for money. Not money. I just hate asking and begging for things because I look like I'm a needy person. So instead of asking people, would you like to buy this phone? Would you like to buy this phone? Because 9 times out of 10, black people will say no, oh, he's just trying to get something. So I want to go to a place where people actually will come up to you, like a place where you have a lot of tourists there. So somebody suggested that I go to Little 5 Points. If you live in Atlanta, you should know what that is. It's a very, very unique area where people just go there just to look around. So, me personally, back then, I didn't have no money. Literally, money was so valuable to me. I didn't have a car, so literally, I rode my bike from Morrow, Georgia to Little 5 Points in Decatur or whatever they have that city is.
That's like actually driving. That's about 30 minutes away. So riding his bike, it took him like 2 to 3 hours. You are
exactly.
Go ahead, Lance. You're doing better than most people. Go ahead.
Yeah, and notice my name is Lance Armstrong. But I am Lance Papillon. See, just kind of put it together. But yeah, so in other words, my bike is like my car to me. You know what I'm saying? My whole life was operated on my bike. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get anywhere without my bike. You know what I'm saying? So I love my bike. I love my job. So even though it was paying like $1 a day, but I don't care. It means so much to me. That was my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So just put it in perspective. If you have your car and your job, okay? That's how I feel with my bike and my job. So I bike to Little 5 Points. Now, I am naive. I was naive, not now, but was naive. I was just so freshly new to the world. So, my little pride, I parked my bike next to the Vortex Club, and I, walked around with my SafeLink uniform, being desperate as hell trying to find these phones, trying to sell these phones. So what happened was, I took my little tablet out. It was like a little Android tablet. It was like I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's called a BLU tablet. It's like a little notebook that you do your job on, right? So I'm new to all this technology. It's like, damn, this is a neat little tablet. Oh my God, I felt like I was the richest dude on the planet. I had my job, I had my bike, I had my tablet. I was walking all cool and stuff. So what happened was, these 2 niggas came up to me, okay? And I think they seen how desperate and naive I was back then. So they was like, jackpot, I can catch him doing something. So what happened was, these 2 men came up to me and I was like, how y'all doing, sir? Would y'all like to buy a phone from me from SafeLink or whatever? My naive voice. So they're like, I'll see, but you know what? Is this your job? I was like, yeah, this is my job. Yeah, me and my proud self. And then she was like, well, I got a better job for you. These people pay $1,000 a day. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? $1,000? Oh my goodness. And one day, she's like, yeah. So would you like to, if you want, I can tell you about it. So, they would tell me about this job, fixing houses or whatever, or kind of, doing construction work at houses or something like that. And then they was like, you know what? They actually pay you in advance. And first of all, I know what you're saying. Why did you pick that up? Who pays you before you do the work? Okay, but you know what I'm saying? I just get excited. I just, went with it. And then it's just like, okay, sure, no problem. So it's like, I was like, first of all, where is it at? Okay, so they say Swanee. Okay. Me personally, I know Swanee is just a suburb of Atlanta, so technically I know that's not really that far. And plus, I'm so used to cycling all the way to other states anyway. So, it's not really far in comparison to me. So what they said is yada, yada, yada. They said, first of all, it's like, okay, I may not have time to do it. So it's like, how do I get there? And it was like, you can just come with us. You can, and I was like, well, I can put my bike. And it's like, yeah, you can put your bike in the trunk or whatever. We'll go ahead. I can go ahead and take you there. And like I said, I know a lot of people look at me crazy. I know this is the number one thing. Every black family should already taught their kids never to get the car with strangers. But I know I was naive. I was desperate. So don't judge me or the audience that's listening to this. Okay? So I know, right? I know. So what happened was, I got my bike. I kind of undid it. I took the wheels off, and I put it all in the trunk. I put my backpack, my tablet, and everything, and me personally got in the car too. So what happened was, when we were driving, we kept going, and then we stopped at this bank, okay? And this bank, he went in, and I was like, why is it taking so long? He came out with a check. I was like, oh, that's a check. I'm going to get $5,000. So what happened was, now this is the second naive thing that most people judge me on. Like I said, I'm going to tell you it again. I was naive. Not anymore. It's not me today. Okay. So I did not know how to sign a check. I did not. So, okay, because this is my first check I ever signed because I'm freshly out of high school. I'm new to the world. So what happened was, so she told me, okay, sign it right here, sign it right there, sign it right there. Okay, so I signed it every way he said because I'm thinking that he's going to make me do the right thing. So what happened was, we got on the interstate. And I was like, okay, we're going to Swanee, right? He's like, yeah, keep going. And then we started going fast and fast and fast on the highway. I was like, wow, we're going pretty fast. Wow. So now this is what kind of got a little strange. That is a kind of a scary part here. When I looked over, okay, first of all, we are on Interstate 85 North. If you live in Atlanta or you've been to Atlanta, you should know that how Interstate 85 look on any of the five, 285, 675, 75, 280. No, you know how the interstates look like. So the thing is, the interstates are wide. Okay, they have many different lanes on them, and they got this concrete wall in the middle. Now, I looked over, the concrete wall started to turn to grass in the middle. And 85 started getting thinner and thinner until it was only 2 lanes. Because you know when you don't see that wall in the middle of the interstate, you know that means you're going out of the city of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the interstates get thinner. That means you're out of the city. You know what I'm saying? You're in the country now. So I was like, where are we? And they was like, yeah, this is Swanee. This is just the outskirts of Swanee. I was like, okay, Swanee must be very wide if that's the case. So now just keep that in mind. Keep that part of the story in mind now. Okay, so about a couple of minutes later, we got off on the we got off at the exit and went to this Publix. I was like, damn, there's no buildings around here. We're probably from Swanee. I guess Swanee is just wide, I guess. So my stupid ass listened to what they said. So they said, okay, you see this check? Go into the Publix, okay, and go ahead and cash it in the bank you see in there. So when I went in there, like I said, my naive childish self went in there. Every desk in Publix looks like a bank anyway. So I accidentally went to customer service, and then they said we don't do checks here. So I went outside. I told them they don't do checks in there. They're like, no, fool, go to the one on the side. I was like, okay. I went there. So I went to the SunTrust that's inside Publix. Okay, and then notice I was looking around like, damn, there's a lot of white people here. Okay, so I'm out of Atlanta. So technically, and then she was like, so she went on the phone with somebody. She was like, I can't verify this check at all. So what happened was, I went outside. Okay, I was like, oh my gosh, the sun is going down. You know what, I'll just do this job tomorrow. But the problem was, okay, I looked around. Okay, I didn't see that car anywhere. I tried to call them. Where you at? I didn't ask them because they didn't even picked up their phone. So then it dawned on me. I panicked like hell. First of all, I'm in a place, I don't know where I'm at. And then, first of all, so my stupid ass, now this is another thing a lot of people judge me on. Like I keep saying, I was naive back then. I actually called the cops. So the cops came.
This story keeps getting worse.
This is the real good part of the story now. This is the crazy part of the story. When the cops came in this police van, I was like, okay, damn, these cop cars don't look like normal cop cars I see around Atlanta. Oh so I told with my big mouth, I told him the entire story. And then one of these white-ass cops came up to me and was like, okay, let me go inside the store and kind of talk to these people. So, first of all, you already know that goddamn accent tells you right now I was somewhere redneckish. So when she went to the store, I stayed outside with the other police officer. He was like, he was trying to distract me to make sure I don't run away. So, and then I was saying, yeah, I like biking. Yeah, I like money. Yeah, I like this. Childish shit. A childish person would say. So this whole time, I was talking to him. He came out. The cop came outside and just completely arrested me. And I was like, what the fuck? First of all, hold on. I'm confused. As as a little child, I'm thinking, these niggas are the ones who actually took my stuff. Why am I going to jail? And then I just actually looked on the side of the cop car, and it said Barrow County Police Department. I'm like, how the fuck is the phone over here? What the fuck? So let me tell you something. Do you know what Barrow County is?
I don't.
You see, not even a person in Atlanta knows that is. And they were saying we was in Swanee the whole time. So he took me literally halfway toward the South Carolina state line, literally.
Wow.
So, exactly. I was just in shock. I was frozen. I was so frozen. First of all, I didn't even cry. I didn't scream. I was panicking because so much happened in one day. Like, first of all, I was thinking, okay, first of all, how did I go from just simply a simple bike ride, doing a job, to being locked up halfway toward the South Carolina state line? So what happened, in other words, let me just keep your podcast short. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to know what happened after that, we can do this in the other podcast or something else.
Yeah.
So I can tell you right, I literally lost my transportation, my job, and a clean record all in one day, and that's the most that somebody took from me relative to now. So you have to put it in perspective as an adult today. Just imagine somebody took your car, your job, and gave you a criminal background in one day.
That's
and you
that's
didn't
a bad day.
know what you were doing. So they addressed me because the thing is, the check was forced. They forced me to sign a fake check, and I didn't know.
Well.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my story.
Man,
I stayed in jail for a couple of days or whatever. A lot of funny shit happened then. I was explaining to the judge. He understood, and I was free. And that's when my aunt, the one who bailed me out. The one I live with right now, the one I was like, wait 1 second, because she came in the room. She's the one who bailed me out, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's always you got family. You got family. But no, that's crazy. Like that, Actually, I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna have to go ahead and wrap it up. But I'm gonna give a quick fact, and I'll tell you guys a story of how something that got stolen from me. So Lance, you mentioned how that was like you pretty much had a lot of crap happen to you that day. So let me tell you guys a quick fact. It's a man, I don't remember his name, but this is about 90 years ago. This man lost his job. He lost his job. He got mauled by a bear and shot by the police all in one day. Like, that's actually a true story, though. It was in the 1930s. It was.
That's somebody else. I thought that was somebody
No. I don't know this man. But if he was alive, I would like to talk to him and say, "How'd you get mauled by a freaking bear, man?" Anyway, so let me tell you guys, tell you all a quick story, something that I got stolen from, and then we can, end today's episode. So I was in 6th grade, and first time I had got a cell phone, and I was on the bus, and my phone was being put in everybody's numbers on my phone's being passed around so everybody can put their numbers in my phone. There was this girl. I'm not going to say her name because you know what? She might listen to this podcast one day, and we actually had become pretty cool later on down the line. So I'm not going to say her name. We're going to call her.
We're going to forgive her for being raggedy.
Yes. That's what we're going to do. So anyway, so what happened was this girl was sitting next to me on the bus. Now, when I had given her my phone so she could put her number in my phone, she had given it back to me. And so a few minutes later, she's like, "Hey, Kyndra, wait, I forgot to put something else in your phone." I said, "Okay." I turned my head for like 1 minute. 1 minute, I turned my head. And she says, "Kyndra, oh my gosh, what happened to your phone?" Like a bad actor. Like, if the acting was so bad, it probably would have gone straight to DVD in one of those Walmart bins, right? So anyway... So I said, I gave it to you. No, girl, I don't know where the phone is. Only coons will have you, steal your stuff and have you looking for it, man. So anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
So with that being said, she literally was helping me look for my phone. So she got off the bus before I did, and she and and so one of the girls was like, Kyndra, that girl stole your phone. I said, she wouldn't do that. She's my friend. Oh, naive 11-year-old me saying that. And they said, she stole your phone. I got home, I called my dad, and he called my phone. She picked up. She's like, oh yeah, I found Kendra's phone. I was going to return it to her tomorrow. My dad's like, okay, please do that. She never did. So what they did was they had my school... We had a report as stolen. The school's assistant principal had got involved. They came back to me a few months later. They said, hey, is this your phone? I said, yes. I said, can I have it? They said, no, you can't have it because we're doing an investigation on her. They found her guilty. They sent her to tribunal. For all the people who don't know what tribunal basically is the court system for teenagers. That's what tribunal is. It's basically court for teenagers. Like if you get expelled. Right before, they actually before they expel you, they send you to court. You have to plead your case. Like, so if you do stuff like gang activity, if you bring weapons to school, bring drugs to school, stealing, if you're sexually harassing people, stuff like that, they send you to tribunal and stuff like that. And they determine if they should expel you or not, so that's pretty much what happened. But with that being said, as time had progressed, she was stealing all of the time. Like, she literally continued to steal and steal and steal. And it's like, my thing is, and I used to work at Walmart, so I would see a lot of people in asset protection. Asset protection is the people, like, for people who don't know about asset protection, basically asset protection is like, they make sure that you're not stealing. If you end up stealing, they'll pull you into the office and, they'll talk to you or whatever. But basically I would see a bunch of people, and it just, to me, it's like, you guys are adults. There should be no reason why you're stealing. Like, I understand why children steal, but adults, why are you stealing a jacket? You can always ask someone, say, hey, look, I'm really cold. Can you please buy me this jacket? You don't have to steal. Like, I feel like it's just, to me, it's just, I don't feel like you should do that. Like, it's more that you have, out there in life. But then again, because the system in America is so lenient. I like the fact over in another parts of the world, like in the country, like what they do is, like, if you steal, they chop off a finger, which I know that seems like it's harsh, but I mean, come on now. Like, come on. Something.
Sure. People have to understand that bad is bad and good is good.
Exactly.
Repercussions behind decisions. Because see, what I was going to say now, I completely, as a qualified adult, understand adults stealing more so than kids. Because, I mean, granted, while there's a foster, the whole situation of kids not having parents or anybody to turn to take care of them, that unfortunately is a thing. And it's a lot bigger than people think. So while I understand that, as you become an adult and you realize you don't have a lot of help, if any at all, I get adults stealing. Not that I condone it. And granted, I used to do it because...
What if they're stealing diamond rings, though?
I mean, well, that's just excessive, okay? I mean, I understand stealing stuff to, like, keep you, warm or whatever. I understand stealing for the sake of survival, but stealing for the sake of greed is a whole nother, like, that's a different intent. So, I'll leave that where it lays, for whoever to interpret the way that they do. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a part of the justice system.
Of course, most definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it would be a lot better, I think, if the United States were to enact some kind of, better systems in place to help people so they don't have to steal, but then also repercussions behind it so that it discourages people from stealing in the first place.
Most definitely. I mean, but if you need help, just you can say, hey, I really need help. But a lot of people are prideful, and I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna close out. But I understand that like I said, if you're hungry, please say, okay, I'll help you out and stuff like that. But then again, I know there's some people who will wear out their welcome. They will literally continue to bug you every day for money. I'm like, dude, like, what's going on with your job? At that point, that's when you investigate, like, okay, what's really going on? There's some fake homeless people, and all that type of stuff. So like I said, I definitely understand, but I feel like if you need some help, just say something. If I can't help you, I'm sure I can find somebody around who can help or so. That's what I would say. But let's give each other like social media name. Brandon, do you want to go ahead and give people your Instagram? I would say Instagram. Don't do Facebook because you're gonna have some weirdos probably try to request you from Africa trying to be your friend. So go.
Been there, done that, baby. It's not that exciting, I promise.
Go ahead, give them your social media information, Twitter and all that.
My social media anywhere is going to be King of Hearts, and specifically Instagram, it's _King of Hearts with an X at the end, not an S. X, like Professor Xavier, okay? Because my middle name is Xavier, so that's how that go. All right, _King of Hearts, and it has been a pleasure.
All right, Lance, you got any last words to say or so?
Okay, just want to say that depending on what part of the world you're listening to this from, because many people call me different things around the world, you know what I'm saying? You call me Lance or Kyndra or Papillon, but my Instagram for everyone is kind of long, so don't judge me. It's that I can't. I mean, all the names been taken, so I have to kind of make it long, but it is _black. BLAK, I think I say you spell black, whatever, however you spell black, then _France, the country, _vibe, as in short for vibration. So _black _France _vibe.
VIBE. VIB as in boy, E as in echo. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. And Brandon, any last words you want to say?
People always remember that you catch more bees with honey, and also remember that you are beautiful on your worst day. Don't let nobody tell you no different. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, great. Thank you, Brandon, for being our special guest.
Thank you. I hope you come back soon.
All right.
The pleasure's always mine, Lance, man. Y'all make sure y'all take care. I hope to get on another one soon.
You will. Most definitely. You will.
Cool.
All right, guys. Sorry, my coon ass brother had called interrupting greatness, but no. So it got